Alright YouTube, so we are back, of course, to talk about some Final Fantasy VII Remake. We don't really have any smaller bits of info to discuss today, though tomorrow is Monday. Last week on Monday is whenever that first Inside Final Fantasy VII Remake video came out, so there's a good chance that we might see the second episode tomorrow. A lot of people, including myself, think it'll be a weekly thing leading up to the release of the game, so if that video does come out tomorrow, expect my breakdown video as well. Anyways, on to the main part of the video. So we have another product that they're trying to sell to us coming out later this year in September, but it actually looks kind of interesting, potentially, depending on what it is. So what we have here is a book called Final Fantasy VII Remake World Preview, and if we take the name at face value, it seems to imply that it's going to be previewing the world within Final Fantasy VII Remake, as in all the different locations around the world of Gaia, all the different characters, things like that. The volume synopsis reads, with its captivating characters, striking visual design, and intense gameplay, Final Fantasy VII set a new standard for the RPG genre and became one of the top video game releases of all time. Now with Final Fantasy VII Remake, players return to Midgar in a stunning new rendition of a timeless classic. The World Preview volume offers both new players and longtime fans essential information on characters, settings, gameplay, and more, as well as introductory comments from producer Yoshinori Kitase and director Tetsuya Nomura. And the synopsis is where we sort of run into the problem of not exactly knowing what this is, because they talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake, but only talk about returning to Midgar, which of course is just the first game. So if this book is only covering like locations and settings and characters from the first game, it's honestly kind of pointless, right? Because this thing's coming out in September, like 5 months after the release of the game. If it's only a book regarding the first game, I just don't care. And I know the collectors out there will probably love this, the people that want to own pretty much everything regarding FF7 and FF7 Remake, and maybe that's who this is for, if that's the case. There's also a chance that the synopsis is only talking about Midgar because that's the only game out at the time. That's all we do in this game, right, is just explore Midgar. But if this book is actually covering the world of Final Fantasy VII, as in outside the walls of Midgar, then we could get our first look at some of the other characters, like Vincent, Cid, Yuffie, Cait Sith, some of the other locations around the world, like Junon, Coast del Sol, Calm, potentially Gold Saucer, and potentially locations beyond those. It just kind of depends on if this is showing us the world, how much of the world is it shown? Every location, or is it just locations that would potentially be in the second game? Or again, is this book just about the first game? But for those that are interested in this, it's coming out September 8th. It is a hardcover book. It'll be $25. There is both a physical and digital version. You can buy it on the Square Enix store, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and Indigo. This is currently the cover art, though they said it's not final. I don't know if there's like a big, blown-up, high-quality version of it, but you get the gist of the cover. The cover itself is also what sort of leads me to believe that it might just be about the first game, because these are all characters that are in the first game, right? But sort of in the defense of it being potentially about the entire world of Gaia, is they say the information in it is essential, but if it's essential information for the first game, why is it coming out 5 months later? So that might be a little hint that it is about the expanded world. Or it's possibly just another thing they're trying to sell to us to make some more money off of FF7. Either way, the pre-order should be happening soon for it. Hopefully, like in the coming days or weeks or whatever, whenever the pre-orders go live, maybe they explain a little more about what this is exactly so people know what they're buying. But of course, I do want to pass this off to you guys. What do you think this is? What do you think Final Fantasy VII Remake World Preview actually entails? What is it showing us? Is it just covering Midgar, or are we going to be able to see some of the locations outside the walls of Midgar? Some of the characters as well. Leave your thoughts and more in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and will stay updated with more Final Fantasy VII Remake content. Turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @dashingdavid, at my Discord. Links to my social networks are in the description. And in the outro. Later, guys.
Give me a smile, give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while, quit acting like a baby.